All right. Hey everybody, it's Artifacts96 back with another video for you guys. Yes, I just tripped. Almost tripped over something. But anyway, before we get into this video, thank you guys so much for tuning in on my last video. I really did appreciate that. The last time I checked, it had 631 views on it. So I really do appreciate you guys that liked, commented, share it, and that pushed it on the forum known as Reddit. If you want to join me on Reddit, I will post the link to that down below. And if you want to join the forum that I presented the video on, it is for atheists and agnostic people. I would like to tell you, just like a disclaimer about myself, even though I'm not atheist or agnostic, I do have a lot of friends I love, cherish, and respect that are agnostic and are atheists. And I really like seeing what they have to say. They invited me on there to look at what everybody has to say, because I was really feeling at the time very kind of hurt and upset that some people were using religion as a way to promote someone who is capable of doing terrible things. So again, thank you so much for everybody who supported that, and thank you so much for everybody who has been here to subscribe. I'm just flustered right now. So anyway, let's go ahead and get right into it. So the title of this video today is going to be about what do we do in the next 4 years to make sure that we heal from the Trump presidency. And a lot of things I'm going to talk about is something that we should have done way before Trump even got in the White House. And maybe if we had been doing these things, maybe he wouldn't have gotten to the White House to begin with. And the first thing that I can think of that is on the list is that we need to stop telling people not to vote. Like all my black people out there, my black YouTubers, aunts, uncles, everybody, brother, sister, whatever you are, please stop telling your black family members, your black friends, anybody please stop telling them not to vote. Okay. First of all, if you want something to change in anything, telling someone not to vote is not the way to go. Trust me when I say, if anyone that I'm going to use an example of, they're like hardcore conservative, okay, even if that they are a bit pissy with the conservative candidate, they're still going to vote for them because they know that they kind of have their interest in mind, and they know that if they don't vote for them, someone for the other side will get that spot if they don't help push them. So that's the way we have to be. I know it's sometimes sucks to see everything in a binary of, you know, this side, this side. I know that sucks, but apparently that is the world that we live in right now. And if we do not vote, if we do not take a side, you will find yourself stuck. So there's really no reason of saying that you want to talk about your opinions on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is, and you talk about your opinion there, but you don't use that same opinion to vote. It's not going to happen that way. It's not going to change by you just speaking into the camera right now, just like I'm doing right now. If I want something to change, it's going to take more than lip service. It's going to take more than me just spouting out to a bunch of people right now. It's going to take me talking to people. It's going to take me getting my ass up and voting. So everybody out there, please stop going on your platforms, even if you have 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers. Right now, please stop telling people not to vote. Okay, that is a very bad idea. All right. Okay, the second thing I think that we need to do better is stop this whole argument, and it kind of links back with the stop telling people not to vote at all type of thing. Is stop going to the argument of the lesser of the 2 evils. Let me tell you something. Back in the days of Martin Luther King Jr.'s time period, they had a lot of work to do. They had to make sure that we got the right to vote, that a lot of people could be treated equally in their workplace, that you would be able to have a living wage. It was more than just the right to vote, but it was also about a way to be treated equal. Okay, they had a lot of work to do back in those days. Right now, in present day 2020, at the time of me recording this video, we don't have as much work to do as they did, but we still have a ton of work to do, you guys. It didn't end back in the segregation period and when the segregation period was over. It didn't end that way. We still have to keep on fighting, because rest assured, bigoted people will never stop trying to limit your rights. And the third thing, I'm trying to make sure I keep up with this. The third thing that we need to do is, more importantly, we need to actually start looking at credible sources to obtain information from. Credible sources. By that, I mean, please stop getting your information from Facebook and Instagram, because if you have been paying attention at all, that is where a lot of misinformation is spreading. I know it's very easy to get caught up in conspiracy theory. Trust me, as someone who used to wear my tinfoil hat every single night and just go deep dive, balls deep into a conspiracy, it is really easy to get sucked into those things. So please, please, for the love of all that is good and awesome, please stop getting your political information from videos that are on Facebook and Twitter. And also news sources that tend to lie a lot. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, I'm going to say it. Fox lies way too much, you guys. And so it's really kind of interesting that a lot of people call them unbiased when they obviously have a bias towards Trump. Okay. And you can say that Artifacts, dude, you have a bias too. But my bias is on whoever the facts and whose truth, who's on the side of truth. And let's just be honest, Donald Trump was not on the side of truth, because he did not tell the truth more times than not. More importantly, he had people who co-signed on his bullcrap so many times that he could never take full responsibility, even if he might have wanted to. Okay, let's be honest, he never wanted to. But yes, that's pretty much all the reasons I have that I can think of. Everything else would just be redundant and me saying the same thing over and over again. But guys, we need to keep on voting. We need to keep on working. We need to keep on making sure that people who don't have a right to vote, give that person that right to vote. Okay. I know it seems like that sometimes that we get caught in the binaries of left, right, Democrat, Republican, this, that, and third. But please, this is what people have had to choose from for years. Okay. Like I mentioned Dr. Martin Luther King before, they had to make choices like that back in those days. Okay? Because they were in very, very uncomfortable living conditions. Just because we're a bit more comfortable now than they were back in those days does not mean that we need to let all their hard work go to waste by sitting on our asses and not doing shite. Okay? We need to start voting in every single election. And it doesn't necessarily have to be people who or Democrat or Republican. I'm gonna really tell y'all, you know something? I think I might have mentioned this in one of my previous videos. If there were someone who was on the Republican side that didn't have bigoted policies and tried to take people back into the 50s as far as women's rights issues and just human rights in general, I would vote for them. I would vote for them. But unfortunately, the Republican Party has become the party of Donald Trump and some of his zealots. I'm not saying all Republicans are like that, because obviously there is a forum on YouTube. The channel is called Republican Voters Against Trump. So those are some people who don't want to stand with him. But unfortunately, the Republican candidates that we keep on seeing are the worst examples of the Republican Party. But anyway, that's pretty much the only thing I had to say is, get your ass up and vote. Stop posting your opinions online saying that you're not going to vote. But I feel this way, because trust me when I say, nobody's going to take you seriously if you don't vote. Okay? Please, please, please vote. And yeah, please just vote, because telling people not to vote and saying that you would never vote for anybody again, it's not going to get you anywhere. Okay? But anyway, I rambled enough for this video. Sorry, long enough. So I will see you on the next one. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I've been Artifacts96, and I have nothing to lose but everything to gain. All right, bye. Hey guys, I was just about to go to bed, but I forgot to mention one more important thing to what I was trying to say in the video, and that is that we all have a social responsibility on this platform right now. We all have a social responsibility, and we either can spread actual information and allow people to make their own decisions by showing them the absolute, pure, unfiltered truth, and that's it. While also not blaming mainstream media for division, or we can lie to ourselves and the peoples of our community, and we can sit here and pretend like some things don't happen because we're too afraid to admit them. Like I said before, we all have a social responsibility. We can either pretend like some things are not going on and be absolutely numb to others' pain, or we can be the people that actually helps people heal from that pain. But that cannot happen if we don't look at it and call it for what it is. That cannot happen if we keep on blaming a news source for division when you and I both know the division was already here. It was already here before the smartphones, babies. It was already here before Instagram and everything else. All right. So before you try to say that that's the reason for the division, please stop and know that is absolute bull crap. That's the only thing I can say about it is absolute bull crap, because this is something that has always been here for a very, very long time. Ignoring the monsters in our closets are not going to make them go away. We have to open all those closets up, drag those monsters out in broad daylight. That's the only way this type of stuff will ever go away. Anyway, I'm going through this time. All right, good night.